Well, he attack me. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. And we no need no ladder. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase and the one that we're going to bring on another reason for the topic of current affairs. So if you're new to the channel, just a pass through, but you don't like the reason and of course you don't like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then kick in the like button. Now let's get right into the reasoning. Nation, this is not a case that is going to fade from the minds of the people. Justice must be served. Now, Nation, Indicom has reported that they are at the final phase, and in a matter of weeks, they will be submitting the case to the DPP for prosecution of the policewoman who unlawfully trimmed 19-year-old Rastafarian Nzinga King while she was in lockup at the Four Paths police station in Clarendon. Now, the commission has stated that the probe will be completed in a matter of weeks. And the fact that they have stated that they have enough evidence to submit the case to the Office of Public Prosecutions also point to the fact that yes, the policewoman is guilty indeed. And Nation, the outrage from citizens and the concern of citizens' rights that were expressed by the people have pushed state entities to take the case to this level. And this is how you share your outrage. Drop your comments, like the video, share the video. Truth be told, the DPP herself does not have a good track record in prosecuting agents of the state. There are numerous cases that we know that the DPP has chosen to null prosecute or not prosecute with the full force of her department. Now, this case itself is a unique case. This case consists of abuse by an officer of the state. And remember, this started from as early as the pepper spray was sprayed into the car occupied by innocent citizens of the state. Then, while in lockup, not only was Nzinga's hair a sacred symbol of our religion, which can be considered as a hate crime and as a crime against a religious entity, she was also subjected to unnecessary and inhumane treatment while there. And with the increased international attention on this case specifically, we are going to need justice. And the police force themselves should use this case to set a standard amongst all of their members. That them keep in mind, say what, you know, you're out there serve and protect, and citizens' rights is something that you should never violate. Instead, we have heard that the head of police corporate communications unit, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, told the tabloids that while the report is very alarming, the investigations are still not completed. But Indicom is saying that they have enough to give the case to the public prosecutor. Now keep in mind, it is now up to the public prosecutor to determine if this is a case that the state can prosecute. And this is also separate and apart from Nzinga's case with her attorney. This is now the policewoman and everybody involved in what took place at that police station facing the law in open court. Because what was done there is not police protocol. And they did violate our human rights on numerous levels. Them violate our beliefs, them violate our religion. And citizens have been stating this for years. Police force and some members of said police force are operating with impunity where the law is concerned, thinking that the law is not for them. As long as they are in uniform, with the helmet, with the state issued weapon, them feel like say, oh, nothing with them do can be judged as wrong, and they will never be held accountable. They are completely wrong in that mindset. Every single officer can be prosecuted for illegal activity. And this is of course good news for Nzinga King and their family, seeing that we have seen reports being made accusing her of making up this story. And we see a certain Jamaican tabloid choose to run with the story, even though they also stated that the person who made the report say I overheard. The conversation was something overheard. They were not even involved in the conversation. Them just stand up somewhere and claim to them hear a thing. Indicom has, however, found forensic evidence in the cell occupied by Nzinga King, and they have stated that after the offense, no other inmate was placed there. And in my own opinion, Indicom has yet again dragged their feet in presenting the findings. We know that sometimes certain cases they might feel like it not look good for the police force, but what they should be doing is using this to set an example so that these issues do not arise going forward. What happened to 19-year-old Nzinga King should not just be looked at as a tragedy. It should be looked at as an atrocity committed at the hands of the security forces while already in custody. This act was not committed to apprehend some suspect in some major crime ring or no. Based on statements from Nzinga King herself and also what she told the tabloids about the statement from the officer herself, this is clearly, as the North Americans would state it, a hate crime. For go in a somebody's cell, cut them here against them will after them state here said this is not something done for fashion. This is for belief. These are actual dreadlocks where she grew from Shaban. The officer basically attempted to take away 19 years of her history. And then I got to tell her she leave her heart, her yard. That statement alone has caused a level of outrage, not just among citizens residing on the island, but even people internationally who have heard of the story. Seeing the fact that the state uses the Rastafarian movement for cultural representation on an international level, not just locally. The Rastafarian movement is used by the government themselves on an international level to market tourism, culture, and other aspects of the Jamaican lifestyle. Even though as Rastafarians themselves have stated, sometimes they have felt like second-class citizens, even right here on the island. And them a call for even change in legislation. Them a call for, of course, an example to be set within the police ranks. Them a call for this woman to be removed from the force, so that anybody will go forward knows, say, watch out, man, if you even think of committing an act like that. And I point out this, anytime officers have had to face the consequences of their action, it has curbed the behavior among other officers. This case is definitely of national interest, and Nzinga King must receive justice. We don't even talk about the compensation. Of course, she must be compensated for the loss that she has suffered, for the trauma that she has suffered at the hands of the state itself. It never happened nowhere else. Or where it happened? It happened at the station at the hands of an officer who they have conveniently transferred from that station to another station, which she's there now and might commit the same act again. Because what? The constabulary force and some of its members feel like they are above the law. So what is stopping her from doing it again? Talk to me in the comment section. Vice the one called Jaden Chase, the dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative, by Sam reminded you now. If you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through, but you like the reason and of course you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon and put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like, a share, tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them to check out the check out the reasoning. Join the discussion, comment section open 24/7, never lucky yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there, and we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. You know the something go, and for those who don't, you man now move settings fam, and no, we no need no ladder. And my sentiments for you and yours is of course we wanna live, love, and prosper until we reason again. We cannot allow the state and state-run entities to abuse the rights of citizens. No, we cannot stand for it.